Today, I will tell you about the film Virgin Territory, a comedic adventure story about love, intrigue, and funny situations in medieval Italy. We want what you gave them, and we want it now. The movie begins with a man named Lorenzo being chased by a group of people. Lorenzo is a gambler who defeated a man named Gino Gerbino. Gino's friend can't handle the loss and wants to kill Lorenzo. Fortunately, Lorenzo manages to escape. The next day, Lorenzo's friends warn him that he must leave town because Gino's men are after him. Lorenzo quickly rides away on horseback to escape the town. Meanwhile, we are introduced to Pia, the town's princess. Her parents recently died from the plague, leaving her feeling lonely. Gerbino visits her and claims that he will take care of her. However, Pia reassures him that there is no need to worry because she is soon going to marry a Russian prince named Zins. Gerbino, determined to manipulate the situation, lies to Pia. He tells her that her father owed him a significant amount of money and had borrowed from him to settle his debts. Because of this, all her father's property now belongs to Gerbino, and Pia will get nothing. However, if Pia marries him, he will forgive her father's debt. Pia doesn't say anything and leaves. Meanwhile, Gino's men are chasing Lorenzo to kill him, but Lorenzo climbs a tree and tricks them. However, the tree branch breaks, and he falls, knocking himself out. Some nuns pass by and carry Lorenzo to the church. The nuns admire his looks, and unable to resist, they start kissing him. He's beautiful, strong. They think he can't speak or hear, so they keep having fun with him. Then their mother arrives and asks about Lorenzo. Since the nuns like him, they lie and say he's a gardener who is deaf and mute. Lorenzo hears everything and sees this as a chance to hide in the church from Gino's men. Later, while Lorenzo is bathing, two nuns come in and Lorenzo surprises them by being intimate with both. Meanwhile, Pia is with her friends, discussing how to avoid Gerbino. Her friends suggest that she should go to a nearby church and pretend to be a nun. They tell her that Prince Zinsko will arrive in a few days, and she can marry him then, but until that time, she needs to stay safe. Following their advice, Pia dresses as a nun and goes to the church. She sees Lorenzo and asks who he is. The nuns tell her that he is the gardener. "Who's that man?" "Oh, he's our gardener, and that he is also mute and deaf." Hearing this, she starts watching him. Lorenzo takes one of the nuns to the bushes to be intimate with her, and Pia sees this happen. A few days later, Zinsko arrives at the palace to marry Pia, but instead encounters Gino. Gerbino tells Zinsko to return to Russia because Pia will marry him. Hearing this, Zinsko gets angry and leaves. As he steps out of the palace, he learns from a worker that Pia has gone to the church in the nearby town and is hiding there, disguised as a nun. She's safe and well, and no matter what you hear, is waiting for your arrival. This letter will give you instructions on how to get to her villa in the country. She'll meet you there for the wedding. Upon hearing this, Zinsko quickly heads toward the church. Two nuns approach Lorenzo and tell him they have never clapped before, asking him to clap them. Lorenzo, being a nice guy, can't refuse them. After clapping, they take him to their mother's room, and he also claps the mother all day long. However, Pia doesn't like all this. The next day, she directly goes to Lorenzo and expresses her feelings. Lorenzo wants to take her veil off, but she stops him and blindfolds him. Lorenzo finds all this unique and gets even more excited, but Pia just kisses him. She tells him that she likes him, but when Lorenzo removes the blindfold, he sees she's gone. Pia then goes straight to the mother and says Lorenzo was a liar. She heard him singing in the garden. So he's not mute or deaf. I heard him singing in the garden. The mother goes to Lorenzo's room to check if he is sleeping. She whispers in his ear that she is there to kill him. Lorenzo gets scared and wakes up shouting, "Please don't kill me." The mother gets angry because he lied about his disability and kicks Lorenzo out of the church. A miracle. I can speak. After this, Pampa also leaves the church and starts heading back toward her palace. Lorenzo tells her to take him with her because he has no home of his own. Pia is happy to hear this because she also wanted Lorenzo to go with her. After that, we see Prince Zins coming toward the church. There he sees a bathing nun named Melissa. Zins tells her that he's the Prince of Russia and has come here to marry Princess Pampa. He asks her where Pampa is, and the nun lies, telling him that. She is Pampa. Zins is very happy to hear this, and then both clap each other. You are Pampa near Anastasia, soon to be my bride, is this not true? No, I'm an enchantress, and you have answered my call. Pia and Lorenzo have reached town, and Pia tells Lorenzo that he can stay with her in her house for a few days. Wait, Lorenzo. You could stay? Just a little longer? During dinner, Lorenzo confesses that he has fallen in love with a nun who kissed him in the church. He couldn't see her face but wants to marry her. Pia doesn't reveal that she is the same girl he is talking about. Meanwhile, Gerbino arrives and, seeing Lorenzo with Pampa, gets very angry and starts attacking him. He is about to kill Lorenzo, but Pampa tells him she is ready to marry him if he lets Lorenzo go. After this, Gino has Lorenzo imprisoned. The next day, Pantha tells Gino that she won't marry him until he releases Lorenzo from jail safely. Release Lorenzo, and you consent for the priest. Now? You'll marry me now? Yes. Upon hearing this, Gerbino gets very angry but eventually agrees to her condition. Lorenzo is taken out of the cell, and Pia tells him to leave and find his love. However, Gino's companions escort Lorenzo out of town but suddenly attack him, forcing him to defend himself. In the fight, he ends up killing both of them. Lorenzo then heads back to town to rescue Pampa. Meanwhile, the church father is conducting Pampa and Gino's wedding ceremony when Zinka arrives unexpectedly. He declares that Pia belongs to him and that he is the one who will marry her. Zinka then attacks Gino and his men, just as Lorenzo also arrives. A fight breaks out among them. Gerbino chases after Pampa but encounters Zinka on the way. They engage in combat, and Zinka ultimately defeats Gerbino, seemingly about to kill him. At that moment, Lorenzo intervenes, declaring that Gerbino is his prey and that he will be the one to end him. Gerbino, wielding his sword, fights atop a well, but Lorenzo overpowers him and pushes him into the well, causing him to fall to his death. Zinka then approaches Pampa and asks her to marry him, but she refuses. Counselor Zinski, you are one of the bravest, most handsome men I've ever met. Yes, I know, but I cannot marry you. Zinsko is confused and asks what happened the day before. Pampa doesn't know and takes off her veil. Zinsko realizes that Pampa is not the woman he fell in love with. Suddenly, Melissa arrives. Zinsko sees her, declares his love, and kisses her. Meanwhile, Pampa can't find Lorenzo, who has disappeared. She runs outside and sees him leaving. She stops him and confesses her love for him. Lorenzo, you have stolen my heart. I love you. But Lorenzo refuses, saying he loves the nun who kissed him in the church. Pampa asks him to close his eyes and then kisses him. In that moment, Lorenzo realizes that Pampa is the girl he had fallen in love with all along. The movie ends with this sweet revelation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.